Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Monday, September 4th, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Milwaukee Brewers vs Pittsburgh Pirates. Take Milwaukee with the money line. And here is why. The Brewers dropped the finale against the Phillies on Sunday, 4-2, but still managed a series win, and they entered this series with an 11-3 mark over their last 14 games. Offensively, they've scored 14 runs over their last 5 games, and on the year they've pushed 598 runs across over 136 games, 19th overall. They had a .694 team ops, which was 6th lowest in the game. Mark Canha kept his hot hand at least, picking up 2 more hits in Sunday's loss, his 5th multi-hit effort over his last 9 games. He hit .424 in that stretch with 2 home runs, 7 RBI, and 6 runs. After 10 games played in the season series, Milwaukee holds a dominant 7-3 advantage in head-to-head matchups. In their most recent encounter in Pittsburgh, Milwaukee secured victory in 2 out of 3 games. Looking at the overall performance for the year, the Brewers boast a 36-32 record at home, while the Pirates have a reverse record of 32-36 when playing at their home ballpark. It's worth noting that the Pirates recently enjoyed a 5-game winning streak, but all of these victories occurred away from home. In contrast, they've struggled with a 1-4 record in their last 5 road games. Additionally, the Pirates have not yet announced their starting pitcher. On the other hand, Corbin Burnes, the Brewers pitcher, has historically performed well against Pittsburgh, and this season, in particular, he has excelled against their lineup, allowing just 4 runs and a mere 3 hits over 13 innings. Clearly, the Brewers are the stronger team in this matchup, and they are still actively competing for something meaningful. In contrast, it appears that the Pirates may have taken a more relaxed approach to the remainder of the season. Take the over as a total pick. And here is why. The over holds a 6-4 edge through the first 10 meetings this season. Combined, these two teams have leaned more towards the over, with 134 of their games eclipsing the total. The Brewers' offense has been charged up of late, scoring at least 6 runs in 10 of their last 14 games. With the Pirates still a bit unsure about who they'll be putting out there and for what period of time, this should favor the Milwaukee lineup. Their offense has been going well lately, scoring at least 4 runs in each of their last 6 games and 5 or more in 6 of their last 15 games. I think this one tips into the low double digits. Philadelphia Phillies vs San Diego Padres. Philadelphia is the safer play with the money line. And here is why. Despite the 3-game losing streak, Philadelphia is still in a good spot in the National League wild card standings, leading the race with a 4.5-game lead over the Giants and Reds, who are on the outside looking in. Turner certainly looks primed for a playoff push over the past month. Despite a very slow start this season, the Phillies shortstop has come alive, batting .362 with 11 home runs, 30 RBI, 24 runs scored, and 4 stolen bases over the last 4 weeks. He has homered in 5 straight games. Schwarber has also played well over that span, blasting 12 homers in the last month, bringing his season total to 39, to go along with 88 RBI. Not to be outdone, Bryce Harper has also been productive, batting .326 with 10 long balls and 23 RBI over the last 4 weeks. He is now hitting .302 on the season. As a team, Philadelphia is in the top 10 of baseball in most offensive categories, including 4.9 runs per game, a .259 batting average, .767 ops, and 177 home runs. On the mound on Monday, Taijuan Walker will be making his 27th start of the season for Philadelphia. Walker is 14-5 with a 4.05 ERA and a 1.31 WHIP this season. He earned the win in his most recent outing last Monday, pitching 5.2 innings and allowing 3 earned runs. The 31-year-old right-hander is 68-55 with a 3.91 ERA in his 11-year MLB career. All signs point to Philly here. For San Diego, Rich Hill hasn't won a game since June 27. The Phillies, meanwhile, have played well this season in games started by Taijuan Walker, including wins in 4 of his last 5 starts. On top of that, Philadelphia has all of their big-name hitters clicking on all cylinders over the past month. Phillies fans waited for Trey Turner to catch fire all season, and his signing is finally paying dividends as the team has stretched out a comfortable lead in the NL wildcard race. The top players for San Diego have been wildly inconsistent this season, and Juan Soto is the only one of them playing really well in recent weeks. The Padres can pretty much pack it in at this point in the season, while Philadelphia has more to play for and wants to finish with a strong September heading into the playoffs. Our total pick is over 8.5 runs. And here is why. Rich Hill seems to be running out of steam late in the season as his innings per start continue to go down, but his ERA this summer has skyrocketed each month, including an 8.50 ERA in August. Tree Turner is leading the way for the Phillies right now, and he is 8-for-17.471 against Hill in his career. I think Turner will once again play a factor in a big day at the plate for Philadelphia. The over has hit in 5 straight games for the Phillies, as they've averaged 7.2 runs per game over that span. The bats seem to be coming alive for the Padres as well following their 4-homer performance on Saturday. The best hitter for San Diego this season has been Juan Soto, and he is 4-for-11.364 lifetime against Taijuan Walker. With the biggest names at the plate feeling confident against these starting pitchers, I'm giving the edge to the over in this one. Baltimore Orioles vs Los Angeles Angels. Bet the run line, -1.5, and take the Orioles. And here is why. Grayson Rodriguez is expected to start for the Orioles. He went 6 innings and gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, 0 earned runs, and struck out 6 in a win against the Chicago White Sox. On the season, Rodriguez has a record of 4-3 with a 5.03 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, and a 97/35 KBB ratio in 18 games started. Opposing batters are hitting .256 against Rodriguez. Baltimore has been good on offense this season. They are in the top 10 or around the top 10 in the league in runs, hits, RBIs, strikeouts, batting average, SLG, and OPS. The pitching staff has been fairly average this season. As a team, they are in the middle of the league in ERA, runs allowed, home runs allowed, walks allowed, WHIP, and batting average against. The Orioles are first in the AL East, but are in a tight battle with the Tampa Bay Rays. Baltimore will need to play well to hold the lead over the Rays. Baltimore finds itself in a fierce battle to maintain its top position in the AL East, whereas the Angels have effectively dropped out of contention for a playoff spot. The Angels are grappling with a slew of injuries, with notable setbacks to key players like Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout. Ohtani has been sidelined from pitching duties, but will continue to contribute as a batter, while Trout has been placed back on the injured list. Whether Trout will make a return this season remains uncertain, especially given the Angels' lack of playoff prospects. When it comes to offensive performance this season, Baltimore has demonstrated notable strength. They consistently rank in or near the top 10 in various offensive categories, including runs scored, hits, runs batted in, strikeouts, batting average, slugging percentage, and on-base plus slugging, OPS. In terms of overall team quality, the Orioles clearly outshine the Angels. As a result, it is highly likely that the Orioles will emerge victorious in this contest, with a margin of 2 or more runs. Our total pick is over 8.5 runs. And here is why. The Orioles are the leaders of the AL East and played in Arizona over the weekend. Baltimore has won 7 of their last 10 games and are 42-25 on the road this season. The Orioles are averaging 5 runs scored per game, which ranks 5th best in the MLB. Grayson Rodriguez will make his 19th start on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles. Rodriguez is 4-3 on the season with 93 innings pitched. Rodriguez has 97 strikeouts and carries a 5.03 ERA. Rodriguez pitched 6 innings in each of his last 2 starts. The Baltimore Orioles are allowing 4.3 runs against per game. The Los Angeles Angels head back home after struggling in Oakland over the weekend. The Angels have won just 3 of their last 10 games and are 4th in the AL West. Los Angeles is averaging 4.7 runs scored per game. Shohei Ohtani leads LA on the season with 150 hits. Ohtani also has 44 home runs on the season. Kenny Rosenberg will make his first start of the season for the Los Angeles Angels. Rosenberg is 0-0 on the season with 2 game appearances. Rosenberg has 7 strikeouts and carries a 6.43 ERA. Rosenberg. The Los Angeles Angels are allowing 5.1 runs against per game. Baltimore has been good on offense this season. They are in the top 10 or around the top 10 in the league in runs, hits, RBIs, strikeouts, batting average, SLG, and OPS. The Orioles have a good all-around offense. The Angels' pitching staff has been poor this season. As a team, they are bottom 10 or around the bottom 10 in the league in ERA, hits allowed, runs allowed, home runs allowed, walks allowed, WHIP, and batting average against. Baltimore will score on LA, and the over will hit in this meeting.